Since the beginning of time, we've been recording everything that we have learned and passed it on through generations. Back in the really beginning of time, they used to just draw pictures in stone or just tell stories, pass it down through generation. Later on, we got pieces of paper, we wrote them down, passed it on through generation. All the stories, that's how we documented it. People wrote books. People then later on with technology started making movies, either documents or just other movies just based on true story events, and that's how knowledge has been passed down. You know, newspapers, you got books, you got movies, and now you got YouTube where a lot of people are documenting or recording their life events or whatever they're doing. And anyways, this video is going to be out on YouTube, and it's mainly for me, my family, my future family who I haven't even met. I don't have any kids now, but if I do, hopefully I do have kids, and they're my grandkids can watch this video and the series of videos I'm coming up with, because it's something I would love to see. Well, how my parents were, how my grandparents were when they were young, what kind of self-education they got, what kind of knowledge they learned. And basically, if we pass down through our generation more knowledge, that's how they advance. That's how we've been. Civilization has gone through so much more advancements, because we pass down information, then they use that information and turn into new ideas and discover more and more and more. But anyways, I've seen that there's a struggle with um, a lot of people that I know, and I want to help out, and I want to help myself out. So this is why I'm making these videos, because I want to show myself to anyone who's willing to watch, like critiques, because if you tell me your side of the story, then there's a chance for me to also learn. But this is why I'm making this video, so we can go ahead and improve on, and I can pass down the knowledge that I have to someone else, and maybe they can share some of their knowledge with me so I can learn as well. But anyways, on this next couple of minutes, I'm gonna be sharing with you how I am planning to learn and improve myself. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one, with our brain. What am I gonna do with my brain? So with my brain, I'm planning on reading more. I hate reading, honestly. I'm a terrible reader. When I was in high school, I was one of the slowest readers possible, and I couldn't really pronounce most of the words, and I didn't even know what most of the words even meant. So that's my mistake. I didn't pay attention to it. It was one of my weaknesses, so I didn't really continue to reading. But now that I'm out of high school and out of college, I actually read even more. But reading is basically just somebody else giving out their information on a piece of paper and handing it down to whoever was willing to read that. So this is my way of getting access to other people's brains, and I want to be reading books about people who have actually reach a success to the point where I want to reach that point. Another way I can also improve myself is, well, this is how I learn as well, is with my eyes. If I watch someone else show me a skill, or if I watch someone else do a service or a skill that I want to learn, that's how I learn too. So about any topic basically. So this is with my eyes. I could visualize it in person or in videos as well. Next step is with my ears. So if I hear someone talking about a certain topic, I could have an understanding depending on what the topic is, or they could tell me in person as well. I can also just listen to it over any kind of device basically. But it to me, listening to it is only a small fraction of it. So if someone tells me how they can do their job, whatever it is, which roofing, I don't know, construction, mechanics, or doing sales calls, how they do it. So listening to me is a small fraction of it. So, another one is my mouth. So when I'm capable of explaining something that I have already done, it's another way of me learning and improving on that skill or service, whatever it is that I'm talking about. For example, I've had other jobs where I've had to train the new guys or talk about a certain topic, whether it's in school or a job. When you're talking about it, it's because you know you're speaking out the knowledge you already know, basically. And then if you hear yourself talking about it more, sometimes you might say, well, why am I doing it that way? That doesn't sound so right now that I'm saying it, and even though I've learned it that way or I've been doing it that way. So that's the other way I learn too, when I'm explaining it, when I'm speaking it with my mouth. So last but not least is with my body. So let's say someone was teaching me how to change brakes. So I read about, use my brain, read about how to change brakes. I used my eyes. I saw my uncle, or maybe I saw a mechanic do it, change brakes, and I hear it. Someone could tell me, can explain it to me how to change the brakes. Then I could repeat that same process. I'll speak with my mouth, repeat basically what, or actually just even say what I'm visualizing, what I'm seeing, how the person changes the brakes. Then the last thing I can actually do is with my own body, actually take action. Take action and go ahead and do the skill or service that I'm learning or I am trying to improve on. And this is the only couple of ways that I'm trying to improve myself. I hope you like this video. Stay tuned for the next one.